What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiji no Kami from the Toku and Animation News Network, and I have a box to unbox, and I don't know what is in the box. This box might have anything in it. It's from Mill Creek, or it's kind of weird because Alliance Entertainment is now just shipping everyone, I guess, everything for review or unboxings at this point. So that encompasses Mill Creek among other companies. So now I don't know what I'm going to get, but I don't know if I'm going to actually get the Ultraman releases. I might get random other stuff. I have no idea anymore. They just tell me I have a box on the way, and here's my box. And it might be one box of this month's shipments. Who knows? I could get a box a week. I don't know how this is going to work anymore. It's just the way they're doing it now, so I guess we'll find out. Of course, probably revealed what it is on the thumbnail. If it's Ultraman. If it's not Ultraman, I probably didn't show anything. But it's a pretty light box, so it's probably only got one item in here. Hell, for all I know, it could be The Adventure Begins. Wouldn't that be funny, like a month and a half later. If you did not see the news, Discotek today announced Kamen Rider Amazon, Stronger, and Kikaider 01 for release on Blu-ray. Alright, we've got our typical packaging, and it actually is The Adventure Begins. Wow. Was not expecting that at this point, because usually if they miss a shipment of a release, that's it. You don't get that release. That's just how it goes. That's pretty cool. Now, where did I drop? I don't know where my little knife is I usually use in these videos. So I just have like a nail clip thingamajig. But here is the cover. Spine on one side. The back side, and then the other spine. So we come out here, cover, which is different from the other one, the spine, and the back side, which is the same. So let's open this up. I guess you'll know what this is in this box from the thumbnail after all, unless I change my mind on showing it regardless. You know, I hate when they stick to the sides. I've never understood why some discs will stick to the sides for the packaging and some don't. I hate it because a lot of the times then you have this like really ugly looking spine that has plastic bits all on it, and the plastic looks kind of like it's melted on the spine, and it's just ugly looking and feels ugly. Fortunately, that didn't leave too bad of a residue, but I've never understood why that happens. Anyway, so we have a disc. Not even a booklet. Just a disc. That's it. A disc. A single frickin' disc. Nothing to talk about it, which I guess shouldn't be surprising though, because if I recall, Neo Ultra Q didn't include a booklet. One of the other sets for just the movie didn't include a booklet. So I guess that's kind of on par for the single standalone movies. It's just still kind of disappointing. Now I do like this artwork. I actually do think that artwork looks really cool. But I mean, at this point, it's common knowledge the problems we have with this release. Alright, but let me read the back, and then I'll get into that. Includes all new English dub for Ultraman The Adventure Begins. And, I mean, that's awesome. An all new English dub? That's pretty damn awesome, because I just said awesome twice, I guess. But that's great. because the ODub, I've only seen some clips that I've used for panels, and I mean, it's your typical Hanna-Barbera voice acting fare, if you can really call that voice acting, but it was a product of its time where that was quality voice acting at that time. So, take it as is. So I have no problem with the brand new English dub, especially because there were supposed to be licensing issues with the old dub. I have no problem with that. Makes sense. A strange meteorite crashes to Earth in the United States. In the aftermath of the crash, the three-person Flying Angels acrobatic team Scott Masterson, Chuck Gavin, and Beth O'Brien, that's a mouthful, discover that they now possess the ability to transform into ultra heroes. A mysterious old man informs them that they now share their bodies with beings from Nebula M78, who have come to Earth to protect it from monstrous threats. The old man recruits Chuck, Beth, and Scott to join the Ultra Force, a special fighting team. Soon, strange creatures begin to appear. Beth O'Brien transforms into Ultra Woman Beth to face the first of these threats. Really? Her name is Ultra Woman Beth? Wow. I'm sure that took a while to come up with. But the invasion is far from over. In rapid succession, new monsters emerge, testing the Ultra Hero's strength. Ultraman Scott. Is the other one called Ultraman Chuck? Ultraman Scott battles towering mechanical menace, while Ultraman Chuck encounters a friendly but dangerous oversized creature. Finally, a mighty multi-armed monster, King Meira, descends upon New York City, threatening total destruction. Can the combined powers of Ultraman Scott, Ultra Woman Beth, and Ultraman Chuck stand against this ultimate menace? Seriously though, Ultraman Scott, Ultraman Chuck, and Ultra Woman Beth. They really stretched their brain cells to come up with those names, didn't they? Sure. Okay, but then it says 1080p, high definition, full screen 133. Fine. DTS Master Audio 2.0 stereo. Cool. Then it says Ultraman The Adventure Begins, English. Ultraman USA, Japanese and English. Now here's the problem. And it says Ultraman The Adventures Begins, 78 minutes color. Ultraman USA, 78 minutes color. Here's the problem. You don't include the original dub. Sure, why not? I get it, like I said. And that's fine. It is what it is. But why would you distinguish the difference Ultraman The Adventure Begins and Ultraman USA when The Adventure Begins was the Hanna-Barbera dub? Ultraman USA is the Japanese name of the story, which means technically the English dub that was made was for Ultraman USA, not The Adventure Begins, because The Adventure Begins was the Hanna-Barbera tune. So why would you put it on here as if you're getting two different versions? Now, I saw Sound Out showed in his review the only difference is a credit sequence, which also confuses me because what was the point of that? The other frustrating part is there are no English subtitles. No English subtitles at all. Why even bother putting the Japanese version on here if there's no English subtitles? What the frick? Seriously, what the hell, Mill Creek? And Mill Creek's response was, well, we weren't given a script. Yeah, that's why you have to create your own script. Hell, I hate dub titles, but in this case, dub titles would have been better than nothing, because that means people who are hard of hearing can't even watch this because there's no subtitles to even put on to enjoy it with. Hell, even AI subtitles would have been better than nothing. Now, granted, if they had been dub titles or AI subtitles, that would have created a whole new problem and new complaints from the same people, probably including myself. But if they said our options were AI subtitles, dub titles, whatever, or nothing at all because we didn't have a script, then it would have been still garbage, but at the same time it's like, well, it is better than nothing if that was the alternative. However, nothing at all. Like, I think some company pulled that shit with Bo back in the early 2000s, where they released the show with no subtitles at all. Which, if you're not importing the disc from Japan, what's the point of not doing subtitles? Like, what? Anyway, that will be for the eventual review. On one hand, though, I am looking forward to finally watching this, seeing what this whole movie is all about. On the other, I guess I'll say this. Congratulations, Mill Creek. You have managed to do a worse Ultraman release than Cleopatra, than Chayo. I'm sorry, guys. You know I support what you do, and that I always review your Ultraman discs. I'm always praising you, but I can't praise this shoddy product. But let's save that for the review. Who knows? Maybe when I watch it and stuff, things will change. Most likely not for the Blu-ray side. But, yeah. Alright. So, Ultraman, The Adventure Begins USA, whatever you want to call it. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? What do you think of the Hanna-Barbera dub? If you have watched it with the old English dub, which one do you like more if you've watched both? Does nostalgia just make it better for the old dub better for you? Or do you look at it objectively and want to say, okay, the reason I like this dub better is because blah, blah, blah. Like the Evangelion dub. I hated the ADV dub back when the ADV dub first came out. I thought it was awful. I thought it just didn't fit with the show. People loved it. The Netflix dub that came out a few years ago, I thought the dub was an improvement. Still not great by any means, but I thought it was an improvement over the old dub. But people will swear up and down that that new dub is total garbage compared to the old dub. And I'm like, how? The voice acting is definitely better. The scripts are better. Is it just because you're used to those specific actors that you can't stand a new dub? I mean, Escaflowne, I thought the old dub was garbage. The new dub, I feel like, is right on track. But again, there were people who hated the new dub because it wasn't the old dub. And they never could really give a legit reason for Escaflowne or Evangelion. It was more of, well, that's the dub I grew up with. That doesn't legitimize it being why the new dub is terrible. That's why you prefer the old dub, but that doesn't say why the new dub is awful. Gundam Seed. Now, I can tell you the one problem with Gundam Seed. Well, there's two problems with the dubs for the brand new Gundam Seed. The movie brought the old voice of Mu Laflaga back, so it completely ruins the point of having of a brand new dub when you brought an old voice back, because then there's Mu Laflaga's voice is screwed up, and some of the pronunciations are really weird. And I don't get why, because it's not like the pronunciations even match how they're pronounced in Japanese. So, whatever. Alright, but I'm getting off track. As always, click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking to support me. You can support me on Patreon and Bluesky at tokuaannetwork, Network, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at Kaiji no Kami, and my website is creativitybydesignllc.com. And there's a GoFundMe, one to help the channel survive another 10 years, which would be awesome if you could support. But at the same time, there is a GoFundMe for health purposes, for pre-cancer stuff for Karelika's mom, and then stuff I had to have done with my esophagus. which we still have to pay that bill. Yeah, that bill still needs to be paid, but we haven't had the money to pay it because we moved, obviously. But anyway, as always, until next time, bye.